Well, you don't need to move my furniture. I will take the things out of there.
You moved your furniture already.
Yeah, I moved my furniture. I will touch my things. Do not touch
apartment, and I can organize it in my way, respectfully. You do not pay rent. You do not pay electricity. You don't have a job. You don't do anything here, respectfully. The one responsibility you did have was the electric bill. You didn't want to pay that. You said you didn't have money, but you have money to go out and eat instead of get groceries for the house.
Yes, I have money to get food for my child and I to eat. Yes,
Yes,
you're absolutely
and not
correct.
for the house, and also for the
There is
individual.
food in the house. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. There is food. Actually, a fridge full of food. A fridge full of food. So there's eggs. You could easily cook yourself some breakfast. There's actually Mexican pizza that I made here fresh. Yeah, but you didn't touch it the entire time it was here because you order Wingstop and you get fast food every single night. There's also fresh strawberries down here that you could eat. There's bread. There's lunch meat. You could make a sandwich. Yeah. And then what do we have in the freezer? Oh, big bottle of tequila. There's rice. I mean, there is food. There is food in the house. So for you to say that my job is to provide food and I haven't provided food, hold on, the pantry, there's also a pantry full of food. Yeah, my baking things are right there. On the top, there's cereal, there is pancake mix, there is popcorn to snack on.
Pancake mix has been there for
I
a
bought
year.
you a box of Ritz crackers that you have eaten.
Thank you. Yeah.
There's plenty in there. Plenty.
He said that pancake mix been there for a year. Then throw it away. What the fuck you waiting on? If it's not edible, throw it away.
In there.
Plenty in there, yet, but you still eat out.
I'm going to go in my daughter's room. I would like
out.
you to leave me alone, please.
Interesting.
So that I spoke about this story the other day. I didn't show this video, but this woman and this man are breaking up. You know what I mean? And this was one of his little narcissistic fits he was in, and he was trying to, brain fuck her. And they already are broken up, and they are just waiting. At this point, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to like move out at the end of the month or whatever. So this happened in February, this February. So they were, their lease was up or something like that. So she was just like waiting to get an apartment or something, something along those lines. So they're like separated, and but they're like physically still in the same house. She like moved some of her stuff apparently, and he started ego tripping, and he started talking about, this is my apartment. You know what I mean? I'm going to do what I want in my apartment, right? Because he's paying the bills, quote unquote, because she doesn't do anything, right? According to him. Now, I know what she does, she spoke about what she does, and we're going to get into that in a second. I don't want to bury the lead, as they would say, but I just wanted to let you guys know the backstory. So that's how that is playing out, right? Like that's the scenario there. But then I came across this video of somebody reacting to this video, and I was like, what the fuck are we, like, we must be in a Twilight Zone.
In my way, respectfully, you do not pay rent, you do not pay electricity, you don't have a job, you don't do anything here, respectfully. All
right, there is absolutely no disrespect to the creator that made this video.
That was the wrong video. Here it goes.
Listen up. And I can organize it in my way, respectfully. You do not pay rent, you do not pay electricity, you don't have a job, you don't do anything here, respectfully. The one responsibility you did have was the electric bill. You didn't want to pay that. You said you didn't have money, but you have money to go out and eat instead of being grocery.
What I'm about to say is not for the creator, but more about the people in the comments, because I looked in the comments, and I'm just going to be honest. And if the shoe doesn't fit, please just let it go by. But a lot of y'all are lazy. We just got to be honest, and we just got to keep it real. A lot of y'all.
That man said, the shoe don't fit, just let it go by. You mean if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, man. Come on.
Please just let it go by. But a lot of y'all are lazy. We just got to be honest, and we just got to keep it real. A lot of y'all are lazy, and y'all want to find reasons to just put everything on a man, and y'all don't do nothing. Like, you're an adult. Be an adult. Your days as a kid is over with. Look at some of these comments. I hope he finds the man of his dreams. I know 92, that's 92,000 miserable women right there, because this don't even have the effect that y'all think it has.
Nor does calling women miserable. Like, calling women miserable doesn't have the effect that you guys think that it does, right? Because at the end of the day, the question would always be and always have to be who and what made them miserable. And in 99.9% of cases, it's going to be niggas like you. So, yeah.
Miserable women right there. Because this don't even have the effect that y'all think it has. Don't even go back and forth with him. He shouldn't even be have to go back and forth with her if she just handled her responsibilities. But like I say, let's not even talk about the creator. This is about y'all in these comments. Stop arguing with him. Just pack up and go. So every time somebody calls you out for something that you're not doing, you just want to run. That sounds about right. Girl.
The fact that he is acting like this man was holding her accountable is hilarious, because he wasn't holding her accountable. He was gaslighting her. Which, this is what I be saying about how men can't vet, right? Because he really believes this. I think he really believes this. Which means that he can't spot narcissistic abuse. And the reason why he can't spot narcissistic abuse is because he is a narcissistic abuser, right? So that's why it's hard for men to vet, because we are far more likely to be abusive.
You just want to run? That sounds about right. Girl, he hates women. He wants a man. Run. No, he just wants a responsible woman. He just wants somebody to put in some effort, bro. Like, y'all just want to just be plain from Ed, Ed and Eddie. Just sit there. I divorced a narcissist. Oh, brother. Yes. Just when a man don't want you to do something, he's a narcissist. But come on, man.
He don't got nothing to say. He don't got nothing to say. When a man doesn't want you to do something, he's a narcissist. No. When you're a narcissist, you're a narcissist. So we seen it, you know what I'm saying? We saw the original video. We seen him react to it. Clearly that, like, even if you don't know the full backstory about what happened with this woman and this dude, you could tell that this dude was fucking gaslighting her. She walked straight to the refrigerator. He said that there's no food and she was responsible for the food, but there looked like there was a bunch of food in the refrigerator, to her point, right? I remember growing up and you would be looking in the refrigerator like, Mama, we ain't got nothing to eat. Your mom be like, boy, we got a bunch of shit to eat. And she'll walk downstairs, and 30 minutes later, you got chicken, rice, and vegetables. You're like, where was that? The whole time, the reason why was because you didn't want to eat chicken, rice, and vegetables. So you was like, Mama, I don't want to eat. You know, instead of you just saying, I don't want to eat chicken, rice, and vegetables, you would say you don't have nothing to eat. So your mama could go, okay, let's go to McDonald's. You know what I mean? It was all a ploy. And that's what he was trying to do. Oh, I don't have anything to eat. Nigga, you got a whole refrigerator full of food. But really, what he really wants is for her to be his slave, right? He's trying to get king treatment from her. Like I shared in the other video, that's what he's trying to get. The original guy, the narc and they're both narcissists, this dude and, but yeah, the original narcissist arguing with the woman. Yeah, he's just trying to get her to like, be like a slave. Like, why? Like, to me, it was his last hurrah, right? They're breaking up. It's about to be over. And he's like, on the way out, I just want her to do, everything, right? But let's see what was really going on behind the scenes. Because in reality, I guess he would have somewhat of a point if she actually didn't, like, if she was just lazy and not contributing and never contributed, and he's just like tired of it, then okay, maybe that will be the case. But listen to what really was going on.
In my way, respectfully, you do not pay rent, you do not pay electricity, you don't have a job, you don't do anything here, respectfully. All
right, there is absolutely no disrespect to the creator that made this video, but I am going to set the record.
Nah, girl, all due disrespect to him because he was an idiot.
Straight on a few things. That was not his apartment. It was our apartment. We moved in together.
Oh.
I paid the deposit and the first month's rent, then contributed towards rent every month up until I unexpectedly lost my job, to which I was wrongfully terminated from, and I have proof to show that. And I had lost my job 3 weeks after I just buried my brother, which is extremely relevant because not only did I not have the ability to grieve my brother because I had to look for a new job 3 weeks after for no reason, I also had to deal with this man on top of it.
So let me get this straight. This whole entire time, she was paying rent It's been less than a month since she lost her job. She just lost her job. It's been less than a month. And this dude had the audacity to tell her that she doesn't pay anything around here. Like, what? That's some shit you say to a person that ain't paid nothing in 6 months, in a year, and they not work. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know, maybe you could say that, right? Well, I wouldn't say that to a woman in general that's like taking care of the home and yada yada yada. But I'm saying, like, to a lazy person though, I'm saying, I'm giving the dude, the first guy, I'm giving him, in this scenario, I'm saying, let's say that what he's saying is true. She's just lazy. She ain't grunt. She don't want to do nothing. Okay, cool. It's been less than a month and her brother just died. Even if she wasn't like, you know, actively looking for a job and all of that stuff, like every day, I wouldn't hold it against her. But she is, though, by the way. I've seen other videos. I've shown you guys. She actually is actively looking for a job as we speak. She does little side hustles, everything. She's doing everything she can, you know, and he is, the way that he's acting is as if she has never contributed financially whatsoever to the household. And now she doesn't do anything inside the home as far as labor is concerned, which both are just a fucking lie.
I was the provider in that relationship up until I couldn't be. I made about $56,000 a year salary. He was at 34, and
wow.
I knew exactly how much he was making because I was his manager. I provided a certain lifestyle for us that he really enjoyed up until I couldn't do that anymore. When this video was recorded, it wasn't even 3 weeks after I had lost my job, and I have more videos on my page where he even said it hasn't even been 3 weeks. And this is what I was dealing with. So not even 3 weeks go by, he had to pay 1 month of rent, and that's how I was being talked to in our apartment. Which, by the way, the furniture that he was moving, he was not organizing. He was moving my furniture to be petty. It was a power trip for him. Yep. He thought because he paid 1 month of rent, he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. He could say whatever the fuck he wanted, and he could treat me however the fuck he wanted.
And that's a glimpse into why men want to be the providers. Now, mind you, he didn't want to be a provider. Don't get me wrong. He didn't want to be one. But most men who want to be one, they also act like this. It doesn't matter whether you want to be one or not. When men have financial control in a relationship, they will act like this a lot in so many ways. But yeah, maybe not this bad every time, but definitely they think like this most of the time. Oh, I'm letting her stay home from work. She, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving her everything, all of this, you know, whatever. You're not. And then they end up resenting the woman for doing the thing that the man wanted her to do in the first fucking place.
That was my furniture that I brought from my home where I was established on my own years before I met this man. This was not a matter of a woman who just didn't want to be responsible and I wanted someone to take care of me. Absolutely not. Are there women like that who don't want to work, who don't want to contribute? Yeah, there are, but I am not one of those women. I have been sharing my journey in my life on social media for maybe 6 years now, and there are witnesses to the fact that I've always been a strong, independent woman who was able to provide for herself. That man met a provider. He wanted to be taken care of, and that's what he got up until I couldn't do it anymore. And I am not even trying to be funny when I say this, but that man had never been established. He went from his mom's basement to somebody else's house. He hadn't had his own home. Because what single man who...
Hobosexual.
What single man who wants to be taken care of wouldn't want to go after a single woman and mother who he sees can provide for herself and another human being? Do you really think that that man got with a bum? Do you really think that that man, the way that he was speaking to me, chose to enter a relationship with a woman who couldn't provide and who couldn't contribute? No.
Nope.
So the truth is, he wanted to be taken care of, and he was. He was more than well taken care of, and that man cannot get up here on the internet and even deny that. Up until I couldn't provide for him the way that I was providing before. Money was not an issue in this relationship until I lost my job. It was not an argument about money. There was not a disagreement about money. You know why? Because shit was getting paid. You know why shit was getting paid? Because I had a job and I was earning a very good salary. Then I became useless, and he would even tell me I was fucking useless. That's when the verbal abuse really started. When he felt he was in a position to treat me like I was beneath him, that's exactly what he did.
Wow. Hold on. Damn, this is crazy, dude. So he was masking that whole time. He was masking that whole entire time they were together because he wasn't acting like this before. That's great, man. Wow.
I also paid all the utilities, put all the groceries in the house, toilet paper, paper towels, laundry detergent, dish soap, shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Like, that shit is not cheap. And I did all of that. He wanted to eat out, I paid for it. He wanted to drink, I paid for it. He wanted something to smoke on. Guess who paid for it? Please let this be an example of why you do not do more for a man than you should. Please let this be an example of why you do not help a man when he is down. Because the moment that he is up, he is going to resent you.
He wasn't even up.
He's not going to love you more. He's not going to treat you better. He is going to resent you. He is going to hate you because he could not be you.
In my way.
That's crazy. And he wasn't even up. All it is, mind y'all, all it is making $39,000 a year. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself on so many levels. Wow. A hobosexual living in his mama's basement. Oh my God. Yeah, man. And that's why I don't listen to y'all. That's why I don't listen to men. That's why I don't respect y'all. That's why if I don't know you, I don't fucking listen to you. And if I know you, I only halfway listen to you because I know you only telling me half the story. But a lot of you niggas be just flat out lying. Flat out lying. And this dude, this guy, the second creator who commented talking about women are the narcissists, sir, please, you can't even spell narcissist. You don't even know what it looks like. This dude, the original, he is a whole narc. He is like in the middle of a narcissistic like abuse session. And this dude's like, yup, he right. Which goes to show you most men have narcissistic tendencies and don't recognize narcissism. You don't know what it looks like. Talking about women are the real narcissists. He didn't, this other guy, he wasn't even able to like show us how women are narcissistic. Like, why are women narcissistic? What makes them narcissistic? My example of a narcissist is the original guy, right? That's my example. What's yours? Because the women were like, oh, if you hate women, you might be gay, which is a bad take. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, we got to really stop doing that. Like, it's very heterosexual of men to hate women. That is a very heterosexual thing. That is actually, to me, that is a cornerstone of heterosexuality for men, is to hate women. That's like, you kind of gotta do it, or you're not considered a man. You gotta hate all things feminine, or you're not considered a man. That's all masculinity is a performance of how much can I hate femininity? How far away can I get from certain aspects? And by the way, I mean certain, because certain things we do is completely feminine, but it's accepted, right? Because we deem it to be cool for whatever reason. But then everything else is, I have to distance myself from everything else that's feminine, that is considered to be feminine. That is what masculinity is. Listening to these narcissists, listening to one narcissist cover up for another narcissist is blowing me though. Like, that in real time, I'm like, exactly. Thank you for validating everything that I say every fucking day about men, how I don't trust y'all, how I know y'all motherfuckers be lying every goddamn, like, there's nothing that can convince me to believe men as a group. Nothing. Because almost every time when the woman like tells her side of the story, I do a complete 180 on what I thought from the man's perspective. Like, if I even believe the man, I'm saying, what, by the time I listen to the woman, right? When I listen to the woman, I'm like, what? I'm looking at the man like the more she talks, like at first I'm like, and then like the man's over there, and you just like, you know, like when your principal or your teacher is like, you know, calls your parent in for like a parent teacher conference, and then they start, you know, going in on you, and at first your mom or your dad, they're like nodding with and then slowly they start to like turn and look at you, like that's, you know, like, what the fuck, like, you did that, you know. that's how this shit is for me. Like, this is fucking crazy. Very delusional stuff going on in these videos, though.